Woo! This was not what I was expecting out of episode 8, but I have no problems with it. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on WandaVision Episode 8. We're almost to there, guys. This coming Friday is the season finale to WandaVision. And then, yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I have heard they have confirmed there is a season 2. And even if not, I'm pretty sure there will be one down the line. But still, nevertheless, guys, this episode gave us a lot of answers that we just had questions to. Some we kept asking ourselves, some we probably kept in the back of our minds here. And one such is in the fact of we finally get why this started off sitcom style wise. Who'd have thunk it that it goes all the way back to Wanda and her past from when she was a little kid. As she was a little kid, it was her favorite thing, sitcoms, and her favorite, Dick Van Dyke. Oh my God, that was so hilarious. I was like, so that's why this show was all sitcom style, especially if you looked at it from the MCU real spot of Darcy, Jimmy, and everyone else looking, and they're wondering why is this sitcom style wise? And well, there's your answer right there. Oh my God, that was so funny. I just couldn't stop laughing at that. I was pretty much like saying to myself, well, Darcy, if you were in this moment, you finally understand why it was sitcom. But not only that, we still got a little more of the Easter eggs and the fact that it was breaking the fourth wall as it was shown at the end after we learned of how Wanda ended up creating this bending of reality, this new alternate reality she made here. Yeah, after that, it was showing Agatha up in the stages of everything. Like there was the stage, Wanda was there doing her acting skills, and then Agatha's like, yes, yes, good, good. Pretty much being like the director. Oh man, such great stuff there. But with all the funny stuff out of the way, it's time to get into the serious part about what made all this an unexpected episode. First off, in the fact and how we first learn a little bit about Agatha and her past, and then the fact that that I guess you could say her powers came into being back in the late 1600s, 1693 in Massachusetts. I guess there was some sort of cult or religious or something out there that practiced the studies of mystic arts and stuff, kind of like you could say an earlier version of cult that could be somewhat related or similar to Doctor Strange and the people he now does the stuff with the mystic arts and all that. Well, with them, they practice magic, but it sounds like they were forbidden to ever touch dark magic. But Agatha ended up doing that it ended up putting her in a spot in a place of execution. Even her own mother was a part of this. This all started to remind me back of what was that Underworld Rise of the Likings when you know how Sonya she was put into execution and her father was a part of that. Woo, that's what I felt right there. But in the end, though, even though they tried to execute her, didn't work. In the end, she fought it off and just, I guess, not only did she turn them into husk and kill them all, if I didn't know any better, I think she also took their magic powers away. That's at least my guess on it, though. But after learning that, we soon learn about why she is here. Because it turns out, like we saw with the last episode, she never lived in Westview. She only showed up after Wanda had made this new reality that she decided to arrive and figure out how this was all possible. And then we end up learning and all that she wanted to learn so she could probably take it from her. At least that's what I'm thinking. But at the end of the episode, when she was holding Wanda's kids hostage, and saying how what Wanda has is chaos magic, and finally someone dubbed her the Scarlet Witch. Because let's be honest, she has never been called the Scarlet Witch at all in the MCU. She's always just been called Wanda, but now she's finally being called her alias name Scarlet Witch. But either way, here we get Agatha saying how she has chaos magic, and the way she delivers it, it's almost like she's saying how it shouldn't be there. Like she's here to get it away from Wanda or take it away from her and get rid of it herself. I don't know. Like basically all I'm saying right now with Agatha, it's kind of tough to know what she's trying to do. Is she trying to do something in benefit of herself? Because let's not forget, with her magic and stuff showing dark nature and everything, it kind of makes you think that, yeah, she's a bad person. She's evil and stuff. But I don't know, because here's the thing I've always known when it comes to the nature of darkness. Sure, when you have the nature of darkness, you think this person's bad, but the thing is, you can wield the powers of darkness, but it's the person who wields it that gets to decide how to use it. Use it for good, evil, or neutral purposes. That's up to you. And that's basically all I'm saying right now with Agatha. I can't tell if she is doing it for personal or for a good cause or for bad causes. It's hard to say. And we're just going to have to wait and see at the end of this episode. I mean, at the end of next week's episode to find out what exactly is it here that Agatha's trying to do. Is she trying to take the power so she can use it for herself, or is she trying to take the power for something else? We'll just have to wait and see. But now, having said all that, though, finally, let's go on into how it all came with Wanda making this new reality. And it turns out it's exactly like she said. She didn't know how it happened. It just happened based on her emotions, her feelings. Which, first off, let's not be surprised by that. If we all know Wanda in the comics, she's a very emotional person. And sometimes those emotions can really get to her that it even affects her and using her powers to show how dangerous her powers can be and how it can really be used and hurt people. Not like intentionally, just unintentionally. Like it causes effects on the world. But right now it's causing an effect on the neighborhood she's in. Which, by the way, we find out that before Wanda showed up and turned it into her own little image, it was pretty much all kind of similar to the neighborhood Scott was in after he came back from the quantum realm. It was all like dead and just gonna say ghost town. That's what I want to say, ghost town. It felt like a ghost town, all depression or all silence, no one showing any joy or happiness. But in all recordness, this was all during the time when people were just now coming back and stuff. So you can still believe that the effect of all the gloominess and ghost town effects on towns were still there. Some of them were recovering more than others. Maybe that's because I guess their loved ones have shown up while the loved ones for Westview haven't shown up yet. That's just basically what I'm getting out of it when we saw that. But nevertheless, to find out here that this all happened due to Wanda relapsing from all the times, from her parents to her brother to losing vision, and all of it just culminated finally into one that it just burst out into her. And we also learned that this vision isn't the vision that's being held at Sword. And it turns out that Wanda didn't take vision like the director Tyler led us all to believe. He lied to his people, to most of his subordinates, when he said Wanda took it when she never took it at all. She actually did go there and went to see him. She wanted to give Vision a burial, but she couldn't. So instead, she just went there and said goodbye to him right there and then left. And after which she had a piece of paper, and this was something her and Vision were going to do before the whole Infinity War started. They were going to move to Westview, build a house there. Once she went there and saw how all this could have been something that would have made her so happy, a house, a loving husband, and then maybe getting a family, it all just bursted out. It was nuts. I'm just like, wow, girl, wow. Now, I don't say this as in I'm insulting Wanda, because I actually feel for this girl. I really do. Her emotions just get to her like this, that this would happen. And I do feel sorry for her, but in the end, she's got to put things back. This isn't helping it. This isn't really good for anyone. It's just not good at all. So I do hope in the end she kind of does find a way to put this all back, but I would like to hope that this vision she made will end up being still with her though, because we at least now we know why Vision couldn't escape it, because this isn't the Vision we know. So who knows what'll happen on that end, but I am very interested. But now, having said all that though, we must finally talk about the post-credit scene. And funny how for these last 3 episodes, it's been post-credit scene at the end. First one was Monica looking like she's trying to infiltrate the house, and then there's Quicksilver right there, which by the way, that was
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Agatha all along.
I still can't get over that song, guys. But with all that said, though, here in this week's post-credit scene, we're finding out they're bringing Vision back online, and the way they're doing it is by using some of the energy that was left on that drone they took in that was going to attack one until she brought it back outside of her reality hexus, and then now it's bringing Vision back to life, or at least what looks to be Vision. I'm starting to think this isn't Vision. This is just or maybe it is. He's just under their control now. Hard to really say though, but all I can say is this is looking like this is going to lead into, I don't know, a 3-way fight or something. You got Wanda and her Vision facing Sword's Vision, and then Agatha. And I still believe somehow Doctor Strange is going to get involved in this too. I know you guys will probably think I'm saying that based on some of these promos I saw that aren't really part of the show and stuff. And yeah, I know it isn't, but I still can't help but think that somehow Doctor Strange is going to be involved in this somehow, because like they said, this will tie in to the Doctor Strange movie going forward. So somehow, some way, in some shape or form, I feel Doctor Strange will be involved in this. If not in the season finale for the final episode this coming Friday, and then maybe in the upcoming season. That's just my guess. But all in all, guys, great episode. I'm glad they gave us a little back trip on her past when she was living in Sokovia and stuff, and was there with her brother and her mom and dad, and linking us to the fact on how she's all happy and everything, but then she loses things, and it happened 2 times. First with her parents, or better yet, 3 times. First with her parents, and then she still had Pietro, but then Pietro gone, and then Vision gone. Oh yeah, and by the way, we also learned of how she got her powers, which was pretty much just like Captain Marvel. Nothing big there, except this time it was the Mind Stone and not the Space Stone. It's the Space Stone that gave Captain Marvel her powers, but in this one, it was the Mind Stone for Scarlet Witch. But either way, guys, I think I've rambled on enough for now, and it was a good episode. If I'm to give it a score, I'd say an 8.5 out of 10. But either way, guys, I'm going to stop right there. And if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye.